Hi, Allure. I'm Martha Stewart, and I thought I would show you my beauty routine, a very quick routine that I do every single morning before I leave the house. And I would never leave the house without it. So first is to make sure that my face is really clean. I've just stepped out of the shower. I've applied some serums, probably 2 or 3. I've applied a cream, especially around my eyes, mixed with a little bit of my foundation. I don't put a lot of foundation on my face before I do my, what I call my Insta beauty routine. But if I do use a foundation, and I usually use a couple drops of my favorite Clé de Peau foundation, usually either 30 or 40. Depending if I'm going to be outdoors, I'll use 40. Oh, and I forgot to mention, just a few drops of Clé de Peau 50 sunblock. It's a creamy sunblock that I mix in with the foundation and the cream. And I do my earlobes too before I put my earrings in. And I don't never sleep with my earrings. It's not a good thing. I feel jabs in the night, and you don't want to have jabs in your jugular veins. So that's what I do first. Now, and I've already done that, by the way. I've just put my basic, very light foundation cover up on my face. And then I will use a little bit of this Clé de Peau primer. Why on top of everything? Just because it's a little luminous. And I just use my fingers and I do this right on my cheekbones. I like to accentuate my cheekbones. My Polish heritage, I love high cheekbones. And a little bit even between my eyes right here. And rub the rest of my hands. I never waste anything, and I don't like to use sponges because they soak up your expensive makeup. So usually I'm just using my fingertips, clean fingertips, or a little makeup brush. So that goes back on. I keep everything really clean, and I keep everything in a little Muji case. This is my little travel kit that goes with me pretty much in the car. Wherever I'm going, I have this little kit. Now, I also use this, and it's not in its original compact, but this is a really great, just sort of a highlighter, again, made by Clé de Peau, and I put this, it's sort of like a bronzer highlighter, and it's luminescent, and again, it's accentuating, putting a little bit of color on my cheekbones. I like color all over my face. I usually just bronze myself a lot, and that gets me out the door. And here is my, this is the Westman Atelier bronzer, and I use that on under my cheekbones like that, and I'll put a little bit on my forehead and a little bit right here under my chin and down my neck a little bit, just so I'm all a nice color. See it? You can really see the difference already. My granddaughter Jude says, "Martha, you use too much bronzer." But I like bronzer. I've always used too much bronzer. It just makes me feel healthy, which I am. This is my secret for every day. It's not made anymore. I probably had this for 15 or 20 years. I have 5 of these, which I cherish. It's Leclerc eyeliner. I just keep adding water to it. It has not dried out, incredibly. And it's this color. It's sort of a silvery gray brown. And I have to use a mirror to do this because I don't want to mess up. And then it's just a little bit right close to my lashes of eyeliner. But it just gives a little bit of accentuation to my eyelid. And I'll also do a little bit underneath just to make my eyes look a little bit wider, just to the end. Now, my makeup artist Daisy's watching, and she's probably cringing at what I do. But see, my eye looks bigger already. See, it looks good. It looks like I'm awake. I can do this in the car, with the car moving, if you have a driver. Don't attempt it while you're driving, by the way. And I oftentimes put finish makeup on in the car. So that's that. And then just a little touch of mascara. And I just got this Ilia. I get a lot of samples of stuff that are sent to me, and I always try them. unless they smell bad, too strong, too scented. Those go into a giveaway box. But I usually try everybody's makeup because you never know what's going to come across your table, your desk, that's really fabulous. So I try everything. And I like to know, and again, I'm using my little hand mirror here, and I have long lashes. Who knows why they've grown so much during COVID-19, but they have. Something I'm using, one of my eye creams must have something of Revitalash in it because my eyelashes are just growing and growing and growing, which is nice. Are there things that I do that sort of like countermand the new trends in beauty? Well, I try to keep up with all of those through Daisy, my makeup artist, through reading my own magazine with all the hints and tips about beauty, and of course Allure magazine. But actually, I know what I like to look like, and I've been around quite a long time, and I know what I want to look like. I want to know that when my friends look at me, they are going to say, boy, you look great today, Martha. That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear, ooh, you look different. What did you do? They can say that too if you put too much of this or too little of that. My favorite picture ever of myself was not me at all. It was me as Veronica Lake when Kevin O'Quinn, the legendary makeup artist, made me up. He looked at my face and he said, you're Veronica Lake. He always knew face shapes matched other people's face shapes, and he chose me as Veronica Lake for his book. And I look amazing in that picture. So let's try to get this one done. And I don't use eyeshadow during the day unless my friend Gucci Westman, she lives right near me up here with her kids and her fabulous husband, and she's developed this really nice line of makeup called Westman Atelier. Look at this color. Can you see it? It's this kind of grayish brown, and I'll just take a little bit of this on my finger and rub it right here on my lid, and I love that during the day. It just gives me a little bit of je ne sais quoi. I'm being silly. And then lips. I mean, you see, it's not very much, but this gets me out the door, and I'm taking my time right now. Laura Mercier, of course. I love Laura Mercier. Oh, I've always loved Laura Mercier. Lorac, Carol backwards. She made a Martha lipstick in that beautiful beigey, pinky, brownie color that I love so much. So this is close to that, and I don't use a lip liner anymore. I used to use that. Well, I was a model when I was 13 years old, so I have been using makeup for a very long time. And in those days, when I was modeling, we didn't have makeup artists. We did our own makeup. Believe it or not, we did. And now I'll use a little bit of this lipstick. This is Scott Barnes. I just pick up lipsticks and lip glosses and just according to color, not according so much to brand. This looks good. And a little bit of lubricant. I always have dry lips, and it's been so cold, and I live on a farm and I'm outside a lot, and a little bit of Clé de Peau color on my lips. This looks great. There I am. How do you think I look? I think I look okay to go outside. Nice. Just scrub your hair a little bit, get it a little fuller and piecier, and make sure you have your earrings on. If you have pierced ears, always wear earrings. I hate seeing the holes in people's ears when they're not wearing earrings. And don't wear your apron to the grocery store. I use that. My daughter told me that when she was about, I think, 9 years old. I used to wear my apron all the time to Heyday Market in Westport. I was a caterer then, and she was always embarrassed that her mother would go out in public with an apron on. So it's the same thing like now she would say, don't go out without a little bit of makeup on, Martha. And the other thing she always told me was comb your hair. So there I am, ready to go outside.
Martha, can you give me a couple of poses to the camera, just kind of admiring yourself?
Lovely. Another thing I don't usually do, unless I'm taking a pool selfie. Allure, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my 10-minute beauty routine. Simple, right?